y'all, this is Jess from Me to You Video Photography and Book Reviews, and also from Jess to You Services. And this is the last day of 2017, so I decided on taking my thankful book list, which is a list that I post on my blog, and it's linked down below, so please check it out. It is a list that I have done since 2011. Every year since then, I have put together this list, and it is the novels that I have read within that year that I have given 5 stars to. And the list, some have been small, some have been great. In 2017, from January 2017 to the day of Thanksgiving, which I think was the 23rd this year, so November 2017, I had read 13 novels that I've given 5-star ratings to. Since then, from Thanksgiving to today, December 31st, 2017, I have not read any novels that I've given 5 stars to. So, the number for 2017 is 13 novels that I've given 5-star ratings to, and I have great things to say about all of them. I would love to do a video that was just all of them, but I would get rambly and then I'd probably tell you most of the plots and you'd all get bored. So that is not what this video is going to be about. This video is just going to highlight 5 of the novels that stand out to me more than the rest, I guess. And I love these novels a lot. I mean, I love them all. I can't say I don't. But these ones mean a bit more to me because when I look at the covers, I remembered them right away. They were not forgettable books. These ones are definite memories that I will keep for at least a while longer, and I hope you will enjoy them too. Out of these books, I am going to give you a top 5. They are in the order that I read them, and out of these 5 books, there's only one that I actually bought. The rest were ARC novels. The first one is the one that I actually bought, and amazingly enough, this one I had read, and I'm not sure if I reviewed it on the day after, but I definitely read it and finished it around January 1st, January 2nd of 2017. This is Bedded Bliss by Carrie Quinn and Tyron Elliott. And it is a rock star romance that is within a series that is ongoing, but it is a standalone novel. And it is based around Chloe and Michael, who are separate. They are great characters unto themselves because of their backgrounds and their plots. But the novel for them together, this one, it's the first one that I had actually read from this series, and I got hooked. I mean, I love Chloe. I love her spunk and tenacity to raise her son the way she wants to, no matter what. And Michael, he wants to be a good guy, and he is a good guy. And even though they get married in Vegas, and they know of each other, but they didn't have a relationship prior to that, I love how they figure out how to work things out. Together, they are an awesome couple, and I'm so happy I read this novel. The second one in this little list is going to be The Governess Was Wanton, and that is by Julia Kelly. And it is the only historical romance on this little list for me. It is a sexy, it's not really erotica, but is very heavy in the sex scenes. But it is not just that. I mean, it has a good plot. It's basically like a Cinderella-esque romance novel, where you have Mary and you have the Earl of Eston, and his name is Eric. And Mary becomes a governess for Eric, and it's just him and his daughter. And his daughter is actually, he's a young earl. I'd say if I remember correctly, he's in his 30s, and his daughter is about 17-ish. So she's about to come out and start getting a husband of her own, and Mary comes in to help guide her into that process. And currently he's not dating, but he's with this woman, sort of, that has a daughter or daughters of her own, and she's not really nice to the Earl's daughter. So the girl that Mary is a governess to, they get close, and they really get together, or they're really sweet. And the relationship that Mary, the daughter, and also Eric all have as a unit, I really enjoyed. And I like the relationship that Eric and Mary get on together and how they overcome the circumstances that society has them in with the class rankings and such. So it is a really sweet novel. I highly recommend it. Go check it out. The next one on the list is Shadow of a Girl by Shannon Greenland. And this one, I know if you've watched my previous Top 5 Wednesdays, or even, I believe it was on one of the tags that I did. I've only done 2 thus far. So yeah, this one I have mentioned before, I know that. And this one I really recommend. It is another rock star romance, but it is a YA. And it's not, even though it has West, who is the rock star in this, it's really not based around him. It is based around Eve, which is not her actual name. It is the name she gives herself. And it's all about the mystery of who Eve is and what she's trying to overcome by running away from her home. And basically finding this new name and new life for herself as working in, I guess she's a roadie, so she becomes this roadie to hide away from her old life. And she's a roadie for West's tour group. So they become close because of a bunch of different circumstances. But their relationship is one of the key aspects. But it's Eve and West together, they are awesome. But it's all about Eve and her overcoming everything. It is a really good YA women's fiction type of novel. And though the ending isn't what I expected, I really liked it. I was very proud of how things worked out. So I will leave it at that so I don't give away more. Go check this one out if you're interested in a unique YA type of read. So the next one on my list is going to be Michelle Summers' Sweet Southern Trouble. Now, I am not just saying this because I am Michelle's virtual assistant. She has 4 novels out for this series, which is Her Many Homecoming series. And this is the 4th one out of the series. I have not read her first yet thus far, which I plan to at some point. And I've read book 2 and book 2 and book 3 and book 4. Book 4, out of the ones that I have read, is by far my favorite. I mean, I liked the others, but they have not gotten 5 stars. This one is the only one out of the series so far that have gotten 5 stars for me. And it is because of Maribel and Nick. They are a power couple in a way. I mean, she's portrayed at the beginning as a frumpy assistant school teacher, and he is the rock star-ish, well, he's not a rock star, but he's a rock star-ish NFL coach who used to be an NFL player. And they get thrown together through her school that she works to do a bachelor auction, one that Nick is completely against of, or not, he's not for at all. But because of him not wanting to be known or trying to get hitched up, I'm messing this all up. Basically, they get thrown together out of their own circumstances to pretend to be dating. But it goes from pretend to be dating to pretend to be engaged. And their personal lives get in the way of all of their secrecy that they're trying to present to the world. And it is just one crazy drama-filled fun disaster after another, but it is so funny. The comedy in this is hilarious, and I love the romance and the relationship that Nick and Maribel have. But the reason that this one, out of the rest of the series, that got my 5-star rating for is because of the ending and how Maribel really pulls up her britches and holds her own in how to win, not even win over her man, but prove to everyone around her that she is something to be reckoned with. So I really like this novel. I definitely recommend it. check it out. The last one on this list, as you can see, I don't even have a cover for because it was an ARC. But, there it is. This is Blocked. It is by Jennifer Lane, and it is about Lucia and Dane. And I'm not going to say much about this novel because when I haven't actually posted my official review for it yet, and even though I read it earlier in the year, when I do, I will have a video on my BookTube account that talks about my hype for this novel because I was so wrapped up in it that I just could not get my words all out fast enough. So that, when I send out my official review on my blog later on, that video will come up too. So I will definitely talk more about this. But to give you a brief talking about, it is actually about Lucia and Dane, who are children of parents who are trying to both run for president. So they are against each other, and they are living under the same roof because they go to the same college. So their world circumstances get thrown together, and it is utter chaos in the most beautiful way. I love the circumstances that it happens. It is a YA romance, but it's I don't remember there being sex scenes right off the top of my head. So, I mean, it's kind of like a sweet romance, but it is high-packed energy. Definitely something that I think you should check out if you're into the YA sports romance scene. So, that is my list. I hope you enjoyed my little synopsis of what I could come up with. For my full list and for parts of my reviews, even for the parts, because I have my reviews for the most part, I just haven't actually posted them because I like to do all out on my blog. So if you want to get glimpses of my thoughts of all of my 13 novels that I have on my thankful list, please go down and check that link out. I hope you have a great new year and a happy 2018 when it comes in a few hours. Like this video if you can, subscribe and hit the bell as well if you want to get more of me, and you never know. Thank you for sticking around, and thank you for a great first year of my BookTube account. Have a good night, or a good day. Have a good year. Take care.